Welcome back to JForrest English. I'm Jennifer, and today you're going to increase your English fluency by reading an article so you can add a lot of advanced grammar, advanced vocabulary, and correct pronunciation to your speech. Let's get started. First, I'll read the headline. By turning Twitter into X, Elon Musk risks killing billions in brand value. Did you hear that Twitter is no longer called Twitter? It is now called X. So as you can see on this platform, this is the logo, the new X logo, which replaces the bird that everybody knows from Twitter. So by turning Twitter into X, in this case, when you turn something into something, it means you transform it or you change it. So Elon Musk transformed Twitter into X. It is no longer Twitter. It is now called X. I wrote that definition for you, and here's an everyday example. I turned these old towels into a beautiful quilt. So I took these old towels and I transformed them. I changed them into a beautiful quilt. Now, don't worry about writing all these notes down because I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. So you can look in the description for the link to download the free lesson PDF. And notice here in the headline, we have Elon Musk risks, and then you have a verb, but what do you notice about the verb? It's in the gerund form, the ing form. That's because the verb risk is a gerund verb. So the verb that comes after risk will be in the ing form. For example, I could say, you can't risk, and now whatever verb I need is going to be in the gerund. So you can't risk what? Missing the meeting, for example, or you can't risk missing this lesson that you're watching right now. So notice this verb is in the ing form because risk is a gerund verb. All right, let's continue on and learn about how Elon Musk turned Twitter into X. It's rare for corporate brands to become so intertwined with everyday conversation that they become verbs. And this is actually really interesting that they said this, that they become verbs. For example, the company Google, you commonly use this as a verb. I Googled it. Just Google it. You're taking the company name and you're actually using it as a verb, which is something that we do with very popular social media sites. So you can use Google as a verb, but remember, because it's a verb, you have to conjugate it with your time reference. I Googled it. That's in the past. Or she WhatsApped me. Sometimes when it doesn't look very good to spell it as an ED, we do an apostrophe D to show the past simple. She WhatsApped me. He retweeted my picture. All of these are verbs and all of them are in the past simple. It's rarer still. Listen to the pronunciation here. Rarer, rarer. So we have rarer. Rarer. It's rarer still for the owner of such a brand to announce plans to intentionally destroy it. So Elon Musk intentionally destroyed Twitter by rebranding it as the company X. Now, when you do something intentionally, this is an adverb and it means that you did it on purpose. On purpose. So Elon Musk intentionally destroyed the brand Twitter. He wanted to do it. It was planned. It was on purpose. So intentionally is the adverb. You can also use it as an adjective and you can say it was intentional. It was intentional. So this is as the adjective, to be intentional. It was intentional. It being the decision or the action that you just did. So he intentionally did it. It was intentional. Let's continue. On Sunday, Elon Musk decreed. Decree, this is a verb and it's an official statement that something must happen. When someone decrees something, it sounds very strong, but it also sounds extremely official. I usually hear this in the context of government agencies decreeing certain rules or regulations, but here Elon Musk is the boss of a company, so he has the ability to decree. Now, as another example, my company decreed that we have to work on Saturday. So your company officially said that this must happen. You must work on Saturday. On Sunday, Elon Musk decreed that Twitter's product name would be changed to X. So now, if you go on Twitter, it's not called Twitter anymore. It's called X. Actually, I wonder what the website is. Is it www.x.com? I don't know. Let me know in the comments because I haven't tried to go on Twitter since this has happened. So I wonder what the URL is, the website is. Okay, would be changed to X, and that he is getting rid of the bird. Oh no, the famous Twitter bird. I like this bird. It's cute. Oh, well, he's getting rid of it. When you get rid of something, it means that you permanently remove it. So you can get rid of items from your home, items you don't need anymore or don't want anymore, and you permanently remove those items from your home. A lot of times they will go into the garbage, but they could also be given to someone else or sold or donated. So it doesn't have to go in the garbage, but a lot of the times it does. So he's getting rid of the bird. Now, notice that the action is in the present continuous. He's getting rid of the bird, which means he's doing it now, which also means it's not a completed action. So maybe if you go onto Twitter or X, www.x.com, you will see the bird still because he's getting rid of it. It's in the present continuous. In the past simple, it would be he got rid of the bird. He got rid of the bird. That would be a completed action. He got rid of the bird. Okay, the poor bird. Let's continue. The bird logo. The bird logo and all the associated words, including tweet. This is what the article mentioned at the beginning, where you can use tweet as a verb. I tweeted what I did last night. I tweeted my holiday photos, whatever you might tweet. Musk's move wiped out anywhere between $4 billion and $20 billion in value. Now notice I read this $4 billion and $20 billion. I could absolutely read dollars for each one, but it's not required. You can just use $1 verbally. But notice you verbally say dollars after the amount and the denomination. So 100, million, billion, that's the denomination. $20 billion, that's how you say it orally. And notice billion, there is no S, but dollars, this is where you verbally say S with in plural, dollars. That's how you say it orally. Okay, his move, his strategic move. His move, this is simply saying what he's planning to do. Musk's move wiped out. Wipe out, this means to eliminate, but it has the feeling like it happened quickly oh, they wiped it out. They eliminated it. They got rid of it, and it happened quite quickly or dramatically. So his move wiped out anywhere between $4 billion and $20 billion in value, according to analysts and brand agencies. It took 15 plus years. When you see this 15 plus, it can be written as plus, as an actual word, or you can use the plus symbol, and you can say 15 plus years. So in this case, if you use the symbol, you don't have a dash. It would just be 15 plus, because technically the dash looks like a minus sign. So that would be very confusing. 15 plus years, or as they have it here, 15 dash plus. It took 15 plus years. And of course, that means more than 15 years. So when you say 15 plus, maybe it's 16 or 17, but because we generally like to talk in numbers of 0 and 5, it sounds better to say 15 plus rather than 16. And you see this a lot on resumes or people talking about their experience. I have 15 plus years of experience teaching English, for example. It took 15 plus years to earn that much equity worldwide. The equity is referring to the value, the company's value. And this is just the equity that they wiped out, that they eliminated by turning Twitter into X. The company is obviously worth more than that if the move wiped this much out. So the equity is how much it is worth. And it took 15 plus years to earn that much equity worldwide. So losing Twitter as a brand name is a significant financial hit. In this case, the word hit means loss. Loss. So you could say we took a hit during COVID. This means you had a financial loss during COVID, especially in the context of a business. In a context of a business, this means my business, our business. So our company, our business took a hit during COVID. That means financially. You can use this in an everyday context. If you don't have a company as well, you might say, we sold our home, but we took a hit. We took a hit, which means you lost financially on the sale of your home. So you didn't make as much money as you could have made if you had sold it at a different time. For example, oh, we sold our home, but we took a hit. We took a hit. Okay, so losing Twitter as a brand name is a significant financial hit, said Steve Susi, director of brand communication. Musk, whose company has already declined significantly in value since he purchased it for $44 billion in October. $44 billion. So this is how much he purchased it for. And this one person is suggesting that he just lost almost half the value of the company by turning Twitter into X. Of course, that is just this one person's opinion. It doesn't mean that this is factual. It's simply his opinion. Okay, so he purchased it for $44 billion. Remember that S on dollars in October. Announced the change on Saturday night. Now, when you see this comma here and then another comma here, what's happening is all of this is just additional information in the sentence. Let me see if I can move this here just to make it a little more clear. Because how you read this grammatically is here, this announced is going to be conjugated with Musk. Now, because it's in the past simple, there isn't a different conjugation for different subjects, so that's pretty easy. But if this were in the present simple, you wouldn't conjugate it with whatever you last saw here. You would conjugate it with whatever came before the first comma. Musk announced the change on Saturday night. That right there is a complete sentence. And then everything in the commas gives additional information. So information about when he bought the company and how much it was worth at the time. So that's a very important point to remember, especially when you're writing. So Musk, and then this word is conjugated with Musk. Now here, let's take a look at significantly, because they used it twice. Significant financial hit. Here, this is being used as an adjective, a significant financial hit. And then significantly is an adverb. Significantly are both more formal, advanced ways of saying a big or a lot. So I have significant experience. I have a lot of experience. Twitter took a significant financial hit. Twitter took a big financial hit. So it can mean big in quantity or a lot, depending on how it's used in context. But it is a more advanced way. If I were in a job interview, I would not say I have a lot of experience. I would say I have significant experience, because that sounds a lot more professional than saying a lot. I have a lot of experience. But when I'm communicating with my friends, I would absolutely use a lot, because significant sounds too formal for communication with my friends. So I have a lot of experience. This means I have significant experience. Okay, let's continue. By Monday morning, a new black X logo. So remember, that's what we saw in the image here. So if you log into Twitter now, oh, look, I'm just noticing underneath, he does have the URL x.com. I just answered my own question. Okay, x.com, interesting. So here, this is the new black X logo that appeared on, what was it? On Monday morning. A new black X logo designed by a fan over the weekend began to appear across the site. All right. New chief executive officer. So chief executive officer, this is the highest ranking position within a company. Commonly use the short form CEO. So the abbreviation, you take the first letter of each to form the abbreviation, Chief Executive Officer, CEO. So new CEO, Linda Yaccarino, outlined the company's vision for X to become a site for audio, video, messaging, payments, and banking. So it looks like with this rebrand, by turning Twitter into X, it appears, based on what we're reading now, that Elon wants to also expand what the company does. And it won't just be a social media platform if you can do your payments and banking. This is interesting because did you know that Elon Musk started PayPal? PayPal was his company. He invented it. And PayPal is, of course, payments and banking. So Elon Musk already has a lot of experience in that area because he invented PayPal. So I guess that makes sense that he wants to combine what he did with PayPal into social media and have it as one site. All right. So that's interesting to know. Analysts and brand agencies call the products renaming a mistake. So renaming, when you add re in front of a verb, it means to do it again. So the verb is to name a company, to name a website. But so they first originally named it Twitter. and now they're renaming it. They're naming it again to X. Analysts and brand agencies call the product's renaming a mistake. Twitter is one of the most recognizable social media brands, said Todd Irwin, founder of brand agency Phaser. Bird decals adorn small businesses and websites worldwide. What's a decal? Well, it's basically a sticker, but it's slightly different material. It's a picture and you put it onto a surface just like you would put a sticker, but it doesn't stick the same way that a sticker does. So the way it sticks to the surface is different from a sticker, but is the exact same concept. It is an image that you can place on a surface. So here are some fun flower decals that you could put on your car, and I'm sure there are all types of decals to suit your preferences if you want to put them on your car or put them on your window or wherever you want to put them. So that's a decal. And I'm sure you've seen the Twitter bird decal different places, maybe on laptops when you're in a cafe and people have the Twitter bird on their laptop. That's a decal. It could also be a sticker. It just depends how it is on the surface, if it's a sticker or a decal. Bird decals adorn small businesses and websites worldwide. Adorn, it simply is a formal way of saying they're visible on. So you can see the decals on small businesses and websites alongside Instagram and Facebook logos. Twitter's popularity has also made verbs like tweet and retweet. I tweeted you. Did you get it? Did you get my tweet? We also use it as a noun, of course. Did you see my tweet? So in that case, it's a noun. Did you see my tweet? I didn't know. No, you tweeted me. So this would be the verb, and this is a noun form. Twitter's popularity has also made verbs like tweet and retweet part of modern culture, used regularly to explain how celebrities, politicians, and others communicated with the public, said Joshua White, assistant professor of finance at Vanderbilt University. And that's the end of the article. So I wonder what they'll say now. Did you see my X? Is that what they'll say? Did you see my X? I didn't know you. What would it be? X'd me? So this is where I don't know. It doesn't look the best to do XED. So this is where a native speaker would do the X apostrophe D to show that it's in the past simple. I didn't know you X'd me. Is that what they're going to say now? I have no idea, but that is the logo and the website. And if we say tweet, I guess it makes sense. We would now say X. So we'll see how Elon Musk will also modify and change the English language at the same time he does the social media platform Twitter. So that is the end of the article. So what I'll do now is I'll go to the beginning and I'll read the article from start to finish. And this time you can focus on my pronunciation. By turning Twitter into X, Elon Musk risks killing billions in brand value. It's rare for corporate brands to become so intertwined with everyday conversation that they become verbs. It's rarer still for the owner of such a brand to announce plans to intentionally destroy it. On Sunday, Elon Musk decreed that Twitter's product name would be changed to X, and that he is getting rid of the bird logo and all the associated words, including tweet. Musk's move wiped out anywhere between $4 billion and $20 billion in value, according to analysts and brand agencies. It took 15 plus years to earn that much equity worldwide, so losing Twitter as a brand name is a significant financial hit, said Steve Susi, Director of Brand Communication. Musk, whose company has already declined significantly in value since he purchased it for $44 billion in October, announced the change on Saturday night. By Monday morning, a new black X logo, designed by a fan over the weekend, began to appear across the site. New Chief Executive Officer Linda Yaccarino outlined the company's vision for X to become a site for audio, video, messaging, payments, and banking. Analysts and brand agencies call the product's renaming a mistake. Twitter is one of the most recognizable social media brands, said Todd Irwin, founder of brand agency Phaser. Bird decals adorn small businesses and websites worldwide, alongside Instagram and Facebook logos. Twitter's popularity has also made verbs like tweet and retweet part of modern culture, used regularly to explain how celebrities, politicians, and others communicated with the public, said Joshua White, assistant professor of finance at Vanderbilt University. So did you like this lesson? Do you want me to make more lessons like this? Well, then put more in the comments so I know that you enjoyed this lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And why don't you get started with your next lesson right now?